Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that nothing has changed. Same room, same responsibilities, same income, same problems, same doubts, same routine. Now imagine another person waking up in almost the same circumstances. 1 year later, their life looks completely different. What changed? Maybe their circumstances changed a little. But the biggest change happened somewhere much deeper. They changed the way they thought, because your life is strongly influenced by the meaning you give to what happens to you. Two people can face the same rejection, the same failure, the same financial struggle, or the same difficult season, yet walk away with completely different futures. One person says, "This proves I can't do it." The other says, "This is showing me what I need to improve." Same event, different interpretation, different action, different future. Your mind can become either your greatest tool or your greatest limitation. Many people carry beliefs they never chose. Someone told them they weren't capable. Someone laughed at their ambition. Someone compared them with another person. Maybe they failed once and decided that failure was part of their identity. But failing at something does not mean you are a failure. A mistake is an event. It is not your identity. You have to learn how to separate what happened from who you are. If you lose money, you lost money. You didn't lose your ability to learn. If a business fails, the business failed. That doesn't mean your ability to build disappeared. If someone rejects you, you were rejected by one person. That doesn't mean you are unworthy of opportunity. Never allow one chapter to convince you that the entire book is finished. Your future is still being written, and the person writing it is you. Every morning you are making decisions that seem small but carry enormous consequences over time. You decide whether to get up when the alarm rings. You decide whether to spend another hour scrolling or invest that hour in learning. You decide whether to complain about your circumstances or search for a solution. You decide whether to keep a promise you made to yourself. These moments may not feel important, but your life is built from moments exactly like these. Success rarely arrives through one dramatic decision. More often it grows through hundreds of ordinary decisions repeated for a long time. One page becomes a book. One workout becomes strength. One lesson becomes a skill. One disciplined morning becomes a routine. One brave decision can completely change the direction of your life. This is why patience matters. You cannot plant a seed today and demand a forest tomorrow. There are seasons when growth is invisible. You may be learning while nobody notices. You may be improving while nobody applauds. You may be building discipline while everyone else thinks you are doing nothing. Don't mistake invisible progress for no progress. A strong foundation is usually built underground before anything impressive appears above it. Your character works the same way. The difficult days are often building qualities that will become valuable later. Rejection can teach resilience. Failure can teach humility. Pressure can teach patience. Responsibility can teach leadership. Discomfort can teach discipline. Instead of constantly asking, "Why is this happening to me?" start asking, "What can this experience teach me?" That question can change your entire relationship with difficulty. Pain is unavoidable, but suffering without learning is a choice you don't have to make. You can allow difficult experiences to make you bitter, or you can use them to become stronger. Think about the moments when you had to do something uncomfortable. Maybe you had to start before you felt ready. Maybe you had to have a difficult conversation. Maybe you had to continue when nobody believed in you. Every time you act despite discomfort, you send yourself a powerful message. I can trust myself. That is where real confidence comes from. Confidence isn't simply telling yourself that you're amazing. Confidence comes from evidence. You say you're going to wake up early, and then you do it. You say you're going to finish the work, and then you finish it. You say you're going to learn a skill, and you keep practicing. Every promise you keep becomes evidence that you are dependable. And every promise you repeatedly break weakens that trust. So stop waiting to feel confident. Start doing things that give you a reason to become confident. Your thoughts matter too. Pay attention to the language you use when speaking to yourself. If you constantly say, "I can't," your brain begins searching for reasons to prove it. If you repeatedly say, "I'll figure this out," your mind starts looking for possibilities. You don't have to pretend everything is easy. You simply need to stop convincing yourself that everything is impossible. Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," say, "I'm still learning." Instead of saying, "I'll never succeed," say, "I haven't succeeded yet." That small word "yet" leaves the door open. And sometimes an open door is all you need. Another major enemy of growth is comparison. You look at someone else's success and assume you're behind. You see their results, but not their years of preparation. You see their confidence, but not the failures that built it. You see the finished product, but not the process. Stop comparing your beginning to someone else's middle. Your real competition is the person you were yesterday. Are you more disciplined than you were before? Are you wiser? Are you healthier? Are you keeping more promises to yourself? Are you handling problems better? That is real progress. And remember, you don't need to transform your entire life in one day. You only need to change what you repeatedly do. Build a better morning. Read a few pages. Exercise. Learn something valuable. Spend less time with distractions. Protect your attention. Finish what you start. Do it again tomorrow. Then again the next day. Eventually, your habits begin shaping your identity. You stop saying, I'm trying to become disciplined. You start becoming someone who naturally acts with discipline. That's the deeper level of transformation. You are not simply changing your schedule. You are changing who you believe yourself to be. So ask yourself a serious question. Who are you becoming? Not what do you want to own? Not how much money do you want? Not how many people do you want to impress? Who are you becoming? Because what you become determines what you can sustain. If you want greater opportunities, become more prepared. If you want trust, become more trustworthy. If you want leadership, become more responsible. If you want freedom, become more disciplined. Your future requires a stronger version of you, and that version is built through today's choices. There will be days when you feel motivated. There will also be days when you feel exhausted, uncertain, distracted, and afraid. Don't build your future around motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline gives you direction when motivation disappears. You don't have to feel ready to begin. You have to begin. Action creates clarity. Action creates experience. Action creates confidence. Action creates momentum. So take the first step before you know every step that comes after it. You may not know exactly where your journey will lead. That's okay. You only need enough courage to move forward. One day, you will look back at this period of your life. You will remember the mornings when nobody was watching. You will remember the days when progress felt painfully slow. You will remember the moments when quitting seemed easier. And you'll realize that those ordinary moments were shaping your extraordinary future. People may call it luck. They may call it talent. They may say you were in the right place at the right time. But you'll know what really happened. You changed your thinking. Then your thinking changed your choices. Your choices changed your habits. Your habits changed your character. And your character changed your life. So stop waiting for the world to become perfect. Stop waiting for everyone to believe in you. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. Stop waiting for permission. You already have enough to begin. Protect your mind. Choose your influences carefully. Watch what you repeatedly tell yourself. Build habits that make you stronger. Keep promises to yourself. Learn from failure. Use pain as education. Be patient with the process. And, most importantly, refuse to give up on the person you are capable of becoming. Your circumstances may not change overnight, but your decision can. And sometimes one decision is enough to begin an entirely different life. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, remember this. You are not required to become a completely different person in one day. You simply have to make one better choice, then another, then another. Because your future isn't built somewhere far away. It is being built right now, inside your thoughts, inside your habits, inside your decision, inside the moments when nobody is watching. Change your mindset and you begin changing your direction. Change your direction and eventually you change your destination. Your past may explain where you came from, but it does not have to decide where you are going. The next chapter is still yours to write. So start today. Think better, act better, learn more, stay disciplined, keep moving, and become the person your future will be proud to remember.